According to Heisenberg principle, um, electrons have some wave character. Since if electron has wave property, so we cannot locate exact position of an electron at any moment. We can find only the probability of finding an electron within a space or a point. And now the probability of finding an electron within unit volume called probability density, and it is denoted by rho. Since electron behave as a wave, so we can represent wave motion of an electron by the wave function psi. So now according to this principle, rho is directly proportional to the wave function. That means rho proportional to psi square and rho proportional to psi star. So now why psi star? Psi star is a complex conjugate of psi. Psi is a wave function, and psi is equal to if a plus ib, and psi star is equal to a minus ib. তাহলে হাইজেনবার্গ আনসার্টেনিটি বলছে যে ইলেকট্রনের কিছু ওয়েভ ক্যারেক্টার রয়েছে, সেই জন্য ইলেকট্রনের যেহেতু ওয়েভ ক্যারেক্টার রয়েছে সেই জন্য আমরা ইলেকট্রনের অ্যাকচুয়াল যে পজিশন সেটা লোকেট করতে পারি না। সো আমরা কি লোকেট করতে পারি? অনলি ফাইন্ডিং দ্য প্রবাবিলিটি অফ ফাইন্ডিং অ্যান ইলেকট্রন উইদিন এ স্পেস। Now this probability of finding an electron within unit volume, মানে ইলেকট্রন পাওয়ার যে সম্ভাবনা সেটা ইউনিট ভলিউমের মধ্যে যেটা পায় সেটাকে আমরা বলি probability density, এবং এই probability density is represented by rho, and now this rho is directly proportional to the wave motion, and wave motion of an electron can be represented by a wave function. So wave function is denoted by psi, so rho proportional to psi square and rho proportional to psi star. Now based on this theory or based on this explanation, Schrodinger wave equation and Schrodinger wave equation and introduces some introduce some characteristics of wave function. So now what Schrodinger wave equation? So to understand the Schrodinger wave equation, first electrons behaves like a stationary wave, so its motion can be described by wave function psi, and psi has no physical significance. Psi square and psi star denotes probability of finding an electron within unit volume and around the point P suppose that means coordinate x comma y comma z, and having the volume dx dy dz, and now dx dy dz is equal to d tau, that means total volume. Now so the probability of finding an electron within the total space according to his integration, that means integration psi square d tau is equal to 1. তাহলে Schrodinger wave equation কি বলছে? Schrodinger wave equation, from this equation, that means electrons behaves like a wave. Now its motion can be described by wave function psi, and psi has no physical significance, that means it denotes, that means psi has no physical significance, and it is now it can be expressed by psi square or psi star, and now psi square and psi star denotes the probability of finding an electron within unit volume or unit or any point. Now point means p, and p that means coordinate axis x comma y comma z, and now they having the volume dx dy dz is equal to d tau. D tau is the total volume. Now the probability of finding an electron within total space is equal to integration psi square d tau is equal to 1. Now probability, that means maximum, that means 1. So that means Schrodinger wave equation, electrons can we cannot locate exact position of electron, so now we can also determine the probability of finding an electron within a space or a point. Now according to this theory, তাহলে psi square d tau is equal integration psi square d tau is equal to 1. Now this wave motion of an electron can be described by psi equal to a sin 2 pi x by lambda. A is the amplitude, lambda is the wavelength. Okay, and x means, that means according to x axis. Now this is equation number 1. Now this equation 1 differentiating with respect to x. So now we can get d psi dx equal to a cos 2 pi x by lambda into 2 pi by lambda. This is equation number 2. Now both side next differentiated with respect to x. Now from this now we can get d2 psi dx2 is equal to minus a sin 2 pi x by lambda is equal to 4 pi square square by lambda square, because 2 pi lambda, another 2 pi lambda is there, so that means 4 pi square by lambda square. Now this a sin 2 pi x from equation 1, a sin 2 pi x by lambda means some psi, so that means d2 psi dx2 is equal to 4 pi square lambda square into psi is equal to a sin 2 pi by x by lambda. Now this is equation number 3. Now this equation is called classical wave equation, and which describes the wave motion of any particle showing wave character and vibrating along x axis. মানে এই ইকুয়েশনটাকে আমরা বলবো ক্লাসিক্যাল ওয়েভ ইকুয়েশন, এবং এটা কি করে ডিসক্রাইব করে এনি পার্টিকেল যাদের ওয়েভ ক্যারেক্টার রয়েছে তাদের ওয়েভ মোশনটাকে এটা দিয়ে ডিসক্রাইব করা যায়, এবং অ্যালং দ্য অনলি এক্স অ্যাক্সিস। নাও অ্যাকর্ডিং টু de Broglie's theory, electrons has some particle character. So now from de Broglie's equation, lambda equal to h by p, that means Planck's constant by momentum. So now in that case p is equal to momentum means mc, that or mv. M means mass of particle, mass of an electron, and c is the velocity of electron. So now both sides, now taking square for both sides, lambda square by h by mc square c square. Now this value of lambda square is putting on equation 3. So now 3 d2 psi dx2 is equal to minus 4 pi square m square c square by h square into psi. Now d2 psi dx2 is equal to, now we can write 8 pi square m by h square into half into mc square. লিখতে পারি এটা কেন লিখলাম, তাহলে হাফ এম সি স্কোয়ার মিনস, তাহলে ফ্রম দি হাফ ইন টু 4 pi square m. Now this m is, that means this m square and c square by h square into psi. Now this half mc square মানে half mc square means kinetic energy. Kinetic energy ইকুয়েশনটা কি ছিল, kinetic energy is equal half mv square. Now in that case ek, that means from this equation half mc square equal to psi, তাহলে total energy E is equal to আমরা লিখতে পারি ek plus ep, that means kinetic energy plus potential energy. Okay, now তাহলে this is ek, তাহলে ek means আমি লিখতে পারি হচ্ছে E minus ep. Okay, understand? So now d2 psi dx2 is equal to minus 8 pi square m by square E minus ep psi. That means this is equal to kinetic energy. Kinetic energy equation half mc square by half mv square, এটা তোমরা জানো। Now this equation number is 4, and this equation is called one dimensional Schrodinger equation. Okay, now this is along the x-axis. So now in case of y-axis, the formation d2 psi dy2 is equal to minus 8 pi square E minus ep psi. If along the z-axis, d2 psi dx2 is equal to minus 8 pi square E minus ep psi. Okay, now consider x, y, z axis. So now this equation is del 2 del x2 del 2 del y2 del 2 del z2 psi is equal to minus 8 pi square by a square E minus ep psi. Now this del 2 del 2 del x2 del 2 del y2 del 2 is called Laplacian operator, and it is denoted by del square. Now del square psi is equal to minus 8 pi square a square into e minus ep psi. Now this del is an energy operator. Okay, now this e is del energy operator. Okay, now after that a square minus a square by 8 pi square m is del 2 psi is equal to e psi minus ep psi. Now minus h square by 8 pi square m del 2 psi plus ep psi is equal to e psi. Now psi is both sides psi common, that means minus h square by 8 pi square m del 2 plus ep equal to e psi. Now this minus h square 8 pi square m del 2 plus ep is denoted by h, capital H, and this h is called Hamiltonian operator, and this Hamiltonian operator, it is an energy operator. And now from this equation h psi equal to e psi. Now this is the Schrodinger wave equation in one dimensional motion. Okay,